Hey, welcome in everybody. In this video I am going to again show you how to use the coil tool, but this time we're going to be creating a silly straw. So it's basically kind of sort of similar to creating that spring that we did earlier, but we're just kind of adding some end pieces to it. So I'm going to click on new, I'm going to go to English, standard, click create. I'll try not to go too fast here. So I want to start a 2D sketch, and I'm going to select the XY plane, and then I'm going to draw a vertical line somewhere off to the side. Right click, hit OK. I want to left click on this line to turn it into a center line. So under format, I'm going to click on the center line, and then what I want to do is move the middle of this line onto the origin. So I'm going to click on the coincident constraint, look for my midpoint, which is here, click on the center dot, and then from here I'm going to create a circle, center point. So what I'm doing here, this is going to be the kind of the shape of our straw, the circular shape. I want this diameter to be 0.25. I know you're like, dude, that looks huge. Yeah, but we'll fix this. I'm gonna go to dimension. We're gonna click on the center of that, and then our origin. This is gonna be 1 inch, and then the center again to our origin. This one is gonna be 0. Bring that down. I'm going to finish my sketch. Now from here I'm going to go to the coil. So what we're doing here, we're creating the kind of the silly part of the silly straw. So using the coil, if that makes sense, using the coil tool, make sure you want to have the method is revolution and height. The revolution, it just revolves 3 times around, for a total height of 2.5 inches. There's no taper at all to it. And then the rotation, I have mine set for the left hand. So let me zoom out and kind of see what's going on. So it's just kind of making 3 revolutions at a total height of 2.5 inches. And then I can hit OK. So now what we want to do, we want to kind of hollow this out so we can get our beverage through there and quench our thirst. So I'm going to go up to shell. Where are you at, shell? Shell. Make sure that you have the inside option selected. I have automatic face chain. For my thickness, I want that to be 1/64 of an inch. I'm going to hit OK. Oh no, before I do that, sorry about that. Before I do that, I want to remove faces. So I want to remove the end. You're like, dang it, I already clicked enter. Sorry about that. I want to remove the faces on the ends here, these 2, and then hit OK. There we go. All right, now we got something that looks more like a straw, maybe like a water hose, I don't know. But so now what I'm going to do is I want to, start a 2D sketch. I'm going to kind of create the end parts of our straw. So to do that, I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this ring here. Did I do that? Start a 2D sketch on this ring. All I'm going to do here is just go to project geometry and select the ring again. So that's going to give me my center dot. I'm going to finish the sketch. And then what I want to do is I am going to turn on the visibility of the YZ plane. Right click, check visibility. So what I'm going to do is I want to create a plane that goes through the center point of this circle, or this center point of this end of the straw. So to do that, I'm going to plane. We're going to click on parallel to plane through a point. So I want to parallel, it's going to be parallel to this plane, and then through this point, which is going to be the center of our circle here. So now you can kind of see it kind of copies a plane through the center of that. So I'm going to start my 2D sketch on this plane here. I'm just going to kind of just draw a line from the end of this, or from that dot. I'm going to kind of drag it up a little bit angled, kind of match what we have going on with the end of our straw here. So kind of draw it angled up a little bit, and then maybe draw it up about, I don't know, 3 to 4 inches, roughly. I'll say right there. Right click, hit OK. So we don't want our straw to have this sharp of an angle. So I'm going to use the fillet. And what do I want that to be? I want that to be 0.25. Just make it the same. I'm going to make the radius of this fillet the same diameter as our straw. I don't know. Like so. And then do that. And then what I want to do is I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to create a sweep. So click on sweep. And for the profile, I want that to be the ring of this straw here. The path is going to be this kind of L shape that we created here. And you can see it kind of sweeps that ring shape along our path. Make sure that if it's not working, make sure that you have your orientation for the first one here. Follow path and hit OK. And then we're kind of do the same thing for this bottom one. So, but it's gonna start at the end and then curve downward. So now I think I haven't tested this out. I think we can use the same plane here for the bottom one without having to do that offset and all that good stuff again. But what I want to do, I'm still going to need to find the center dot here. So I want to start a 2D sketch on this ring here. Let me zoom out a little bit. My Inventor is acting wonky. Come on, baby. You can do it. It's thinking. All right. So I forgot where I was. Oh, yeah. Project geometry. I want to project geometry. I'm going to project this ring shape, because I need that center dot. I'm going to finish the sketch. So I think this plane already goes through there, so we don't need to redo that again. So I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this plane. Let me zoom out a little bit. And I want to start a line from the end of this and I want to kind of eyeball the same angle that's going on here. So kind of maybe a little bit here. Then straight down. This one goes down a little bit further because this is the part that goes into our beverage. So if we have a Coke ball or something, I don't know. I'm going to make this like 6-ish. And again, we're going to fillet this. I already have it at 0.25, so I want to fillet this and this. And then finish my sketch. I'm going to not revolve, I'm going to sweep. I want to sweep this ring part along this path that we made. And we're going to hit OK. So there is our straw, nice and neat. So let me get rid of these, or turn the visibility off of these planes that I don't need anymore. They're in my way. What we could do here is we could add a texture. So I'm in the Autodesk Appearance library. I'm going to look for clear. So I found these are the best for the straw. So just clear green one, clear green. I'm going to use clear blue, like so. Now, if you notice also, I know some of y'all will, you're going to be like, Larry, the straw at the end is angled up. So if we wanted to use that to kind of punch through a juice box or something, that'd be great. But if that bothers you where it's kind of, slanted up, what we could do is we could kind of clip that off. So I'm going to click on the YZ plane, make it visible. I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this plane. Zoom in a little bit. So I could draw a rectangle, 2 point, and click on the end of this. I'm just kind of creating a rectangle shape that kind of goes beyond the tip there. Finish my sketch. Now I know it's way off in the back, that's no problem. I'm gonna hit extrude. We're gonna go to, we wanna cut, we want it to go the direction symmetric, and then we want it to go through all. So you can kind of see it's gonna cut that little angly tip off, like shwink, there we go. And it did kind of do the same thing for this bottom one, so start a 2D sketch on this one. I guess I could have did both of those in the same, but let's go rectangle, 2 point. I'm gonna select this side here, drag it over and down, finish my sketch, extrude that little shape that we made. Again, you want it to go symmetric. You want to cut it, distance through all, hit OK. Now let me get rid of my plane again. So now you can kind of see that it kind of flattened those ends off. And yeah, zoom in on this one. I'm making y'all dizzy, like, come on, bro. So I just wanted to show y'all that if that bothers you, you can kind of clip those ends off, make them flat. So, and then what you can do from here is, I don't want to get too fancy, but you can go to Environments, Inventor Studio. You can click on Rendered Image. I'm gonna go too fast here. So what I usually do is I'm gonna click on this output size. I usually pick the very bottom one. I don't know why. Then go to Output, Save Rendered Image. And then here, just kind of give it a name. Straw. I'm gonna name mine like Straw 5 because I think I have a bunch of these already. For options, make sure you want to have 300 dots per inch. Select OK. Select Save. Then for renderer, I usually go by until satisfactory and just hit render. Now let's kind of let this run continuously until you get kind of what you like. Usually it's like dots here, so I kind of let it until it gets rid of those little grainy dots. But if you want, you can grab a snap, come back. It should look pretty good. And then once you get what you like, just make sure you want to hit the X up here. Click on the little Save Rendered Image. And I'm going to save it again just to make sure it didn't save it before. I don't know, but render save 5, save, and that should be good to go. So yeah, hope that helped making your fancy silly straw. And I'll see you in the next video. All right, peace out.